Hi everybody, it's Jamie from Heavenly Dreams Dairy Goats. I just thought I'd make a small little vlog today about, the loss of all the goats that we've lost this year, breeding, and of course, just life, I guess. We've lost we've lost 7 kids and 1 adult goat, which was Ferdinand. The very first kid we lost was Lucy. You could see her back in a few of the other videos earlier on this year. She was a sweet little doe out of Odessa, the first daughter I've ever gotten out of Odessa. Then it was Sandy, which was a doe out of Carrot, and I was going to retire Carrot because I had got actually a doe kid and a buck kid that I was going to retain from her and retire her. But her twin brother, Jasper, we also lost him. We lost Ferdinand's son, which was Junior, who was out of Lena. We lost little Russell just a little while ago, not too long ago. I'm trying to think. There was Lucy, Sandy, Jasper, Michelle, and Daisy, which were twin daughters that I was keeping. Those were out of Zorro and Blaze. And then it was Ferdinand, we lost him. And then our last goat we just lost was Russell, who was a son out of Zeus and Ariel. I'm trying to think. That's only 7. I thought we lost 8. Maybe I got my count wrong. Hang on, I'm trying to think. It's just, we just lost a lot, and it was all from parasites. I believe that it is snowing outside. I just looked over there. There's little white flakes falling, everybody. We're only a high of 30 today, and I think that's exactly where we're at, is 30 degrees, so it's quite chilly out. But there's little snowflakes falling. I could turn the video, but you guys probably wouldn't be able to see them. They're just spitting out of the sky here and there. But anyways, we've had a tough season this year. It's the most goats I've ever lost in my whole entire career of raising goats since 2008. It was very hard this year, just with the worms, and that's what the biggest problem was. I mean, we deal with a vet who's he's a large vet, but mainly deals with horses, and cows, not necessarily goats. Because their figure is once a goat goes down, you need to put them out of their misery. But if that was the case, Ferdinand went down, it was earlier this winter, like in January, and if we would have just, not been with him and kept getting him up, he would have never even made it till when he didn't make it. But I think that was his biggest problem, because he really never recovered quite well after the first down, and I don't know even what that was, because usually in the wintertime they don't have worms. They've already passed the larva through, and then the larva can't live because it's not warm enough, and I'm not sure what the whole reason was for that. So we had a hard season this year, and I know that other farms around us and just wasn't on goats, but I know a lot of people lost a lot of sheep here in Michigan, including goats, to a fly and worms from deer. But we don't have deer that go into the pasture, so I wasn't too worried about that. That's what it was. I think they're called maganins. I don't know how they're pronounced. But we're going to go into breeding now. Odessa, I'm not sure if she was bred by Zeus. I got my fingers crossed that it was Ferdinand. He was well enough to when I had the girls in with him, because I had moved girls in with him on September 28th through the 12th of October. And that was Blaze, Cal, Ariel, and Odessa. Obviously, Cal, Blaze, and Ariel came into heat because I did see Zeus cover them, and I've got their dates down, and Ariel, we're just waiting for her to see if she comes back in heat, and that'll be on Monday, her and Elsa. Like Elsa, she was bred to Zorro at first, but she didn't accept him when he did that, so I knew that she hadn't take because she was so interested in Zeus. But I did see him, the snowflakes are getting bigger. I did see him breed her too on the same day as Ariel. So, but for Odessa, I'm not sure that she was even bred because I never seen Zeus breed her. I never seen no like real nasty rear end or anything, or as muck as everybody would say. I didn't really see that with her, but that doesn't mean that he didn't breed her. So she ends up having kids in that time frame of when she was in with Ferdinand, then that'd be awesome. But you have to know something about Odessa. Odessa will throw kids the same color as the buck. She's never thrown kids the same color as her. They've either been the same color as the buck. So we will see what she ends up having. If, of course, they're Klublock, they're obviously Ferdinands. And if they come out Sunglu, then they're obviously Zeus's. And the day that I seen Zeus wouldn't let anybody around her, and he was being very buckish and stuff, like making his little buck noises, growling. I call it like a growl. That was on the 14th and 15th of October, so I put that date down. Like I said, I never seen him cover her or anything. But Zeus is the sire to all of our goats so far. Because Ferdinand obviously was weak, and I didn't realize that. I just knew that he was thin, but I figured he'd be able to still do the job, and I was hoping that we could get some kids back out of him, but I don't think we did. Zorro was weak too, but he's doing better if he would stay unstuck from in the fence, of course. So Zeus comes from a creamery, which was the same creamery that Ferdinand came from, which was in Zeeland, Michigan, from Country Winds Farms Creamery up there. They make cheese, and they have quite a large herd. I think they're milking right now like around 130 does. So with that being said, they actually had bought Zeus's sire, which came from, I want to say Idaho, but I'm not for sure. It's one of those, or Illinois maybe. Illinois is a lot closer to us than Idaho, but it's one of those states where his sire come off of a really big creamery, and they liked his lines because he was really good with large producing does and whatnot. So, and that being said, I'm hoping that Zeus will pass the same genetics on to all these goats that he was bred to this time, and I'm hoping to keep just a couple does out of him to see if they would be big milkers, like for instance what he's supposed to be doing out of his bloodline. I'm very happy with the girls who have earned their stars, and we've got 4 that will have their stars earned hopefully by January, because that's when everybody's got to be completely dried off, like mid-January. Man, it's like the snow. It's snowing. Man, I'm already 9 minutes into this. It's amazing how just talking, how long it can be. And I was hoping just to have this as a little short vlog, and it's not obviously gonna be, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up. I was talking about breeding and Zeus being the sire of all of our kids. So I'm hoping just to keep a few kids out of, just handpick a few out of the does. Definitely going to keep the kids out of Carrot because I want to retire her. And there's a little area on the side of where the lean-to is, and then the little area that's dirt. I'm actually going to get that fenced in, and that's where our kids are going to stay at, because I'm not going to put anybody out on pasture this coming year unless the grass is completely dry, like no wetness at all. Because the worms or larva crawls up the blades of the grass, and then when the goats are down grazing, they consume that, and then that's how they get worms again. So I'm going to do things differently when it comes to next year. And hopefully by this time next year, we'll be in a place of our own. So I can be a little more watchful over the goats and care for them better than what I can this year, or what I did this year, I could say. So that being said, I'm still trying to get everyone to at least give $1. I haven't got anybody to do it yet. I really want to get that ultrasound machine so we can get some videos of that. I think it would be good for everybody to see that. And then we can really see what everybody is carrying and who is pregnant for sure and everything going like that. So I want to say thank you guys for just sitting with me and talking, and thank you. And I'll see if I can show you guys a little bit of the snowflakes flying. God bless. Can you guys see them? They're just real tiny little flakes flying. Oh, that's a lot better.